Hello, darlings, and welcome back to Mozzie's Haunted Mansion, where we talk about all things creepy and unusual, darlings. It's Halloween all year round, darlings, in our world. Even though we do have some Christmas decorations, I had to get a little bit in the Christmas spirit, yeah? Let's talk spooky, shall we? Well, darlings, if you haven't heard of changelings, well then today is going to be the day you learn. In Gotland, Sweden, darlings, a crime was committed by a couple. Darlings, the crime they have committed was leaving their sickly child in the middle of nowhere in a horrible, foul place, darlings. On Christmas Eve, the parents were not sad about the kid dying in those horrible conditions on Christmas Eve. So what they told the judge was that it wasn't their child. And this is what they explained to the judge. They explained that it was a changeling, where an elf has been switched for their child at birth. So the superstition and beliefs were that elves and fairies would switch your child for their own kind. This was very, very common, darlings, in Europe, France, Ireland, and so on. To folklore, darlings, a baby at risk of changeling was at birth or during their baptism. So, darlings, parents usually realize that their child has been swapped with an elf or fairy. The reason why is because their temper becomes irritable, they become bad, or they become just a bratty child, or their kid becomes unhealthy all of a sudden. Like they realize that something is wrong with their child and they say to themselves, oh no, my child has been swapped. Sadly, darlings, the folklore cure to get rid of changeling was to beaten the child, make the child starve to death, or leave the child outside in the cold or whatever temperatures are out there, or just leave it by a fire, hoping that it would drive the horrible spirit out of the child. Thank God, it's just a superstition. Oh my God, this is horrible. An explanation of a child being ill or unhealthy in any way possible was definitely a sign of changeling. And back then, that superstition became super realistic to a lot of the people back in the times. And darlings, their belief as if you did any of those barbaric, horrible treatments of leaving them outside in the cold or not feeding them or beating them, that if it came out to the child dying, then it would be something for them to be actually happy about, meaning they wouldn't have to put up with the child no longer. That's so sad. Lots of times, darlings, when a child was born, in the first couple of months and weeks, the mother would keep the baby close so it wouldn't be spirited away by the changeling spirit. So definitely, if you keep your baby close and you watch it, then there's a less chance of it being spirited away. So, darlings, to keep the changelings away, the changeling spirits away, those evil spirits, was to leave fire tongs, scissors, and horseshoes in the baby's cradle, darlings, as they realized that the changeling spirit did not like any type of iron. So that would keep the baby safe. As well as if you keep a Bible underneath the baby's pillow, darlings. And if not, then you could also have the baby smell a couple of pepper flakes and have it sneeze. And that would also keep the spirit away from the baby. So yes, darling, that includes our creepy, unusual, spooky, barbaric story for today, darlings. So, Did you like this one? This one was actually pretty dark, like very dark. But it is a true superstition and it's interesting. So, darlings, thank you so much for listening today. And if you want to hear more creepy, unusual stories or facts or things like that, please definitely subscribe at the thing below, at the bottom bell below. Subscribe and you'll get notifications all the time every time I get a new video up. And if you like the video and the content that I'm talking about, please press the like button. And that's it, darling. Now I'm gonna be off now. I'm gonna go play with my kitties. Anyway, darling, au revoir.